What's up, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Money. And yes, just like the title says, I did sell my Shiba Inu tokens in order to buy Dogelon Mars tokens. But before you hit that unsubscribe button down there, before you leave me hate in the comments, I did not sell every bit of my Shiba Inu token in order to reinvest that into this other ERC20 token. The thing that I did was that I took out my initial investment that I had made into the Shiba Inu token, and I wanted to put it into a different investment, a different bet, if you will, because that's the way I usually treat cryptocurrencies, as a bet of sorts. And so what I did is I just took out my initial $500 that I put into Shib, because I had bought Shib back when it was in the 5 zeros, 5, 6, 7, 8 range. And so I've made a tremendous amount of return on my Shiba Inu token. And when you start looking at these tokens and how they can go up over time, can they go up another 1,000%? Can they go up another 100% or whatever? This is when you really have to start looking at the market cap of the cryptocurrency. Right now, Shib is sitting around 30 billion or so in market cap at around the 0.4055 range. So that means that in order for us to get to the 0.301 range, we need about $60 billion of value in the token. And while that is not an outside of the realm possibility, it is much harder than going from, let's say, 10 to 20 billion or 15 to 30. And then in order for us to get a 200% return from here, we would have to get up into the $90 billion range, which would put us up there with the very large, very well established cryptocurrencies that are not Bitcoin or Ethereum, and that just becomes harder and harder to do over time. So what I did was I just sold off my initial investment into Shib, and I can just ride on the house's money. And if it does go up by 100% or 200% or 1,000%, awesome. It didn't cost me anything. If it goes down by 50%, whatever, it didn't cost me anything. And so I'm good to go wherever, because I have made money on this and I can take that money and use it to make money somewhere else. First of all, before we get into any of this with Dogelon Mars, I just wanted to say that none of this is advice to buy, sell, or hold a cryptocurrency or stock. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. This is just what I am doing. So if you don't mind giving me a like for the YouTube algorithm, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe down below, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything that I have to say on Dogelon Mars, Shib, or any of my other personal finance topics. But let's get into Dogelon Mars and why I think it has some serious upside potential. So it's no secret to anyone that's been in the crypto world that right now we are in the season of dog-related meme coins, and everyone has moved from one to another, and they keep popping up all over the place, and it's the season for it. Really was started off by the big run up in Dogecoin, with Elon pumping Dogecoin really hard, and then Shib came after that, and it has made a tremendous run. And as we just previously discussed, I made a bunch of money on Shib, and there's Flocky Inu, there's a bunch of other Inu related cryptocurrencies out there, but the one that really caught my eye was the Doge Elon, or I keep saying Doge Elon Mars, but it's Dogelon Mars cryptocurrency. It has popped up recently in my cryptocurrency, crypto.com app, and that's where I first got a look at it, because I said, wow, this is making 100% gains. Let's take a look and see if this is the real deal and what's going on with it. When I started to look into it, it has a lot of the same attributes as Shiba Inu does. It has a very well-built community. It has a very active and positive community. It has about the same circulating supply. It has about the same story that Shiba Inu has, as far as minting a quadrillion tokens and then giving half of them to Vitalik Buterin. He gives half of them to charity, and then they lock the other half into Uniswap for liquidity. The price right now on this token is 0.501983 as we are sitting right now. And what I've done is I have purchased 105 million tokens over the course of a couple weeks, and that is my plan. It's just a dollar cost average into it, because we have recently had a run up, and it's kind of trailed off as these cryptocurrencies do over time. But the big thing for me that I saw with this was that it had reached a $1 billion market cap. And really, in the crypto world and in finance, $1 billion isn't a lot. but it is enough to put it right around the top 100 cryptos. And the way that I look at this is, if you can reach $1 billion and you can get some sort of community and you can get some sort of movement going on, as far as, not like a movement, but like movement and just general publicity about the coin, that you can get up to 2 billion. And if you can get to 2 billion, you can probably get to 5 billion. So right there we have just discussed how you can easily get from a 100% gain, a 500% gain, and I think that that is something that can happen with this, because I've seen a lot of people talking about it. I've subscribed to the Dogelon Mars subreddit when it was down in the teens of followers, and it is now up into the 20s. And this is exactly what happened with the Shiba Inu token. When I first got into it, it was very low outreach, very low reach altogether, and I had gotten into that community when it was under 20,000 followers, and now there are hundreds of thousands of followers. There are hundreds of thousands of holders in that, and I just think that this has the possibility to do basically the same thing that the Shiba Inu token does, especially as this gets more mature. Now, obviously here in the beginning, there are some very big downsides to this coin. There is really no direction that I can see as far as a white paper being released. The website that it has is not very good, but it has had a couple big pumps. It has had 3 big pumps in the past since it was released in 2021, and this last one, it was not just a pump and dump. And this is another similarity to Shib. This last pump has been pumped up, and then it has stayed right around the price that it had pumped up to. And when the coins do that, and people can get in, and people can see that that is what is happening with it, I think that there is more money in which to that people will invest into this. Other than that, there's not a lot of utility for this token, which there isn't a lot of real utility for almost any of the tokens out there, as far as it being an actual means of payment, having actual literal utility, like for example like Ethereum does with so many other coins and tokens based on the Ethereum blockchain. None of these have really proven themselves to be a store of value like Bitcoin has. So I think that in this case of the Dogelon Mars, that we are looking at a hype, a psychological move, a FOMO move as this goes up in value. If you look at this from like, where could it possibly go? What I've always liked to do with any crypto is look at the market cap. Look at how much it's going to take to get up to, to drop a zero to 4 zeros in a number. And the thing is that it becomes exponentially harder to continue to drop those zeros, because if you start looking, every one of them is 10x the market cap that it started off with. So for example, for this to get up to 401, you're going to need to have a market cap of $5.5 billion or so. To get up to 301, you're going to need to have a market cap of $55 billion. And then to get up to 201, you are going to need to have a market cap of around $550 billion, or a $500 billion. So always keep that in the back of your mind about how far any one of these coins could possibly run up, and then if they could stay up there. Considering that when I go here to the cryptocurrencies listing here, Bitcoin right now has a $1.2 trillion market cap. The next closest one, Ethereum, at about $500 billion. So again, to get to that 201 in either Shib or Dogelon Mars, because they have about the same amount of tokens, you would have to be up in the Ethereum range. The next one down from that, the number 3 crypto in the world right now, Binance Coin has 20% of the market cap that Ethereum does at 100 billion. So just keep that in mind when you guys are looking at these and you're saying, well, how can it get to 1 cent or 10 cents or whatever? It would have to have a significantly larger value than the top 3 cryptocurrencies all put together. So guys, that's my thoughts on Dogelon Mars right now, initially, as it's just getting its feet wet and gaining some traction. I will be into this one, hopefully again for a large gain like we did in the Shiba Inu token. So stick around, and like I said, going to be holding on to the rest of my Shib tokens in that I'm planning on with the house's money, and I really hope that those go up as well. But if not, I am in a really good position, and that is where you can be too if you don't necessarily take on that hold forever mentality. So guys, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up for me. That really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Grow your wealth, increase your success, put you on the road to financial freedom. I appreciate you guys watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.